Dan Pohl, Ray Hearn, Joe Charles, and Kevin Frisch as we discuss the tours, training, and places to play. We have it all on video up at upnorthsportsradio.com on the Features tab. Find your fairways thanks to Boyne Golf and PXG Clubs.
Up North Sports Radio can help you plan your next Northern Michigan adventure. Tune in Monday through Friday at 12:30 p.m. to hear the Kirtland Community College Up North Sports Radio calendar. You'll get details on some of the best live performance and community events. Go to upnorthsportsradio.com anytime to see a full calendar of events, hear the feature as a podcast, or submit your own community event. Your adventure starts with the Kirtland Community College Up North Sports Radio calendar.
Good morning, Northern Michigan. Welcome to Friday Faceoff here on Up North Sports Radio 101.1 WGRY, brought to us by TVCAirport.com. Jerry Coyne, Rich Calkins, and I don't know the third amigo.
Yes,
Gordon Miller joining us from Washed Up Jocks of America. How are you, Gordo?
I am as washed up as I could be. So
you look washed.
I am very
Thank
washed.
you for washing, because last week you didn't, and it was a little stinky in here. So.
Yeah, well, I got to drive down to Detroit today, so I normally shower on drive days.
Now, is that what, U of M game or?
U of M tomorrow, Lions, Bears, Sunday.
Oh, look at you!
Wow.
All right.
I'm not done.
Okay.
Oh, keep going.
Tigers Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Look at you, G. Gordon Miller. Holy cow. That's a trip.
If he's going to go, he might as well go, right?
Well, I wanted to see them clinch the division.
Okay.
Which they should do.
Well, the magic number's still 8, right?
7 or 8?
Couldn't have been 8 because the Guardians won and we lost. Yeah.
Guardians came back and won. All right.
Yeah.
So now we get Cleveland direct, so we could clinch against Cleveland, and then it's the Braves after. So I'm just staying down there, and I might not be back for a while. Down until they clinch.
Okay.
We were going to start with the Lions, but as long as he brought up the Tigers, clinching the division, yeah, that's great, but they really need to stay ahead of the Astros and clinch that second spot that gives them a full bye. You do not want to have to dink around with a 3-game series with a team that's coming off a hot win like the Tigers did last year. Right. So with such a tremendous season, you can still, if they clinch the division, you can line up the pitching. But to slide into that second spot is, or stay at the first spot, and you have all the home games and lines up the best for Tiger success.
Yeah, and they are right now, both Seattle and Houston at 79 and 68, with your Tigers at 84 and 63. So we do have that little cushion, but like you said, let's seal the deal, man.
Five-game lead over Houston and Seattle. Yeah. So, Houston, we have the tiebreaker, I believe, on Houston.
We do have the tiebreaker on Houston. That's right.
So it's almost
but I think we do not have Toronto owns the tiebreaker over us.
Yes.
Right,
yeah.
But that's still 1 or 2.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah, I just want 1 or 2.
But whatever fears you may have had about this Tiger ball game, were they erased completely by this performance in New York? Well, they out-homered the Yankees. Or we broke even with them, right?
Right.
Yeah.
We kind of touched on it last week, that, AJ was, the games that they were losing, AJ is, trying pitchers that are not going to be on the playoff roster.
Yeah.
And he just wants to see who else might step up. What I'm hoping is that Paul Sewald actually comes back shortly. And he was a good closer for Seattle for a while.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
And Finnegan, and if they can get the
Finnegan looks like he's going to be back next week, right?
Yep.
So,
he's been missed, no question about it.
Yeah.
You're
not going to see Montero. You're not going to see Paddock.
Yeah.
Well, I think you will see Montero. I think Montero's
Montero, though.
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
I mean the good Montero.
Yeah, it's not the starting home run Montero. I'm talking about the one that.
The relief pitching Montero, whatever it is, Cordova or what? I don't know who. You can't tell your Monteros without a program.
No, you can't. But
isn't that the name of a Chrysler car, the Montero?
Probably was at one time. It was right with the K cars.
The car above the fountain.
There you go.
Montero.
I think it was Montego, but you get my drift.
Close enough.
Yeah. No, Mize pitched a beauty. Okay, coming out of the blocks there, limited the damages to just a couple of home runs, 3 hits over 7 innings, and then Man, the Yankees have got to be worried about their bullpen.
Oh, they
How?
no question.
All our talk about how worried about our bullpen we were, and
Yeah, you take a look at that.
as soon as former Tiger,
Whoa!
Tiger Jr. came in the game, I'm like, whoa, they're going to repeat what they did the first game.
They are the weakest link on that
Oh
team.
boy, and that was, just a couple years ago, it was their biggest strength. They were like, where are our starters coming from? But their pitching in general is a little shaky. I mean,
Yes.
what's who's their starter that
Well, you
hit?
got Max Fried, you got Carlos Rodon.
Well, their highest paid pitchers hadn't pitched at all this year. I'm trying to remember. His
Oh
Cy
yeah.
Young Award
He's
winner.
yeah.
But I could care less. Gabe was having a riot with me, texting back.
Oh, was he?
Keith Gabe is hates the Yankees more than anything. So no, it was encouraging to see them bow up. Riley Green is in a sweet spot, and you'd love to see that moving forward and carrying through the into the playoffs, because when Green and Carpenter are rolling, this is a pretty good hitting lineup.
How's Meadows done since he came in?
Yeah, I really like what that man so far. Yeah, knocking on as much wood as we can here.
Boy, he if you remember last year in the playoffs, he
was
led the offense pretty much, and he's been on a little hot streak coming back.
Well, they got to figure out, where to put him. When he's healthy, he's the leadoff guy.
Yeah.
But, I don't mind Keith in that position, but it gives AJ just all the more.
And all those guys you
puzzle
just mentioned
pieces.
are all left-handed hitters. Everyone you just mentioned, lefty. It's just so wide.
McGonigal, lefty. Max Clark, lefty.
Yeah.
Lefty.
Lefty, I know, all through the rank and file. There are lefties everywhere.
It's coming up.
Yeah.
Well, that's because when dads are focused on turning their kids into baseball players. Like I had, my son Nick, I taught him how to be a switch hitter. And he, at a very early age.
Right.
But, like me, he bored of baseball.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a really good baseball player, so was I. But it was so boring at that level for me.
Did not enter. My daughter became a left-handed slap hitter in softball. She was a right-hander. At varsity, they switched her sophomore year to a left-handed slap hitter. Much improved. Got on base all the time, stole bases, and was, happens,
Yeah, I coached at Birmingham Seaholm.
Yeah.
A little bit when my son was playing, and the one thing I always tell parents when they have newborns, and this has been proven to work, but when you roll a ball to your infant, and if they reach with their right hand, you smack it. And if that doesn't work, you tie it behind their back.
Well,
And everything is focused on the left hand. When they go to eat, you slap. If you do that for a month or so, you get a left.
Yeah.
And then off you go. I mean, anybody that's left-handed has a shot at college. They can make it. It's just
they could pitch it well into their 50s.
Yeah, no kidding.
The crafty left-hander,
They're
right?
very crafty.
There's your next T-shirt.
the
The
Crafty left-hander. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a title to a book.
How's Mickey Lolich doing, by the way?
He could still get you an inning, I bet you.
Good enough. I worry about the 60.
But didn't he have
Yeah.
didn't he have a year where he threw 450?
Oh, it was the most unbelievable. 3-something, wasn't it?
300,
Yeah.
yeah.
How his arm didn't fall off. I mean, you talk.
Denny McClain's arm did fall off.
yes.
So I mean,
But you talk to pitchers nowadays of what they did back around in the late '60s. They're like, "What in the world?"
That's what Billy Martin did to that A's pitching staff.
Oh.
The 1 year where the A's were fantastic, they had 5 starters all go over 350 innings.
Oh my! Was that
Eckersley wasn't in the
was that the Vita Blue days?
No,
Catfish?
no.
That was
he was
after.
managing the Tigers when
That
in
one,
the Vita
okay.
Blues days. I'm trying to remember the guys because that's when I moved out to California.
Holtzman, probably.
No. We'll go diving into the phone in a little bit for that. But that's when that is in the later '70s before he coached. They called it Billy Ball. Mm-hmm. For the A's, they couldn't hit. They had no power.
Right.
They had great pitching. Typical Billy.
Catfish Hunters team.
No.
Okay, wow.
No. Okay, now it's really.
You really got him stirred up now,
When's the
Gordo.
next break? Let's
We don't have a break. We're going straight on. Right?
Yeah,
go to the
continue.
Screw the
Let's
partners.
go to the phone. Somebody call in with that answer.
But
No doubt.
so, in the power rankings, what is it? You've got the first 4 teams on the MLB power rankings are all National League teams. And right now, the Phillies are number 1, right? They are playing some seriously good baseball. And
Who's the GM of that team?
a guy that knows
Yeah.
how to operate a baseball team when he has unlimited funds.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody can spend other people's monies like Dave Dombrowski.
Yes.
I bet you in another world he was an interior decorator.
Keep him away from your accountant if you're a small businessman, because
I'm surprised he didn't get that Nashville franchise that he wanted, but Philly, Boston, Detroit, Miami, that's a hell of a track record.
There's no doubt. But did he actually did not win a World Series with
Here.
the Red Sox?
Well, he didn't win one with us.
No. When's the last time he won a World Series? He's taken his teams to a long way, but I mean, does he only have a World Series with the Marlins?
No.
Who else has he won with?
Boy, we need callers.
Yeah.
We need to call.
I should never. I should be more like a lawyer. Never ask a question
Question.
that you don't already
know
know
the
the
answer,
answer to.
right, that's right.
Don't ask questions. What are you doing? But no, it's going to be fun. It's we had what we had last year. The power rankings to me, that's great. But we don't play 5 National League teams or 4 National
Yep.
League teams. We're going to play 1. Should we make it that far? But when you watch the Tigers against the Yankees those first 2 games, and you said, oh wait, dog days of summer. Boy, were they not motivated these last few series. Now
Right.
they get a real one finally, and look at the way they played.
Yeah.
I got a funny feeling that's the way they're going to play in the playoffs. The pitchers are not going to be giving up 4, 5, 6 runs. They won't be allowed to. Starters would be pulled in the second inning. He's going to have probably 9 pitchers to go ahead and manipulate.
On that playoff roster, yeah,
Right.
He's going to absolutely set that up and not be afraid of pitching chaos again.
No.
Whatever it takes to win the game.
And then
So Martin got there, and
there's
Martin
no-
got there in 1979. They had lost 108 games.
Wow.
In 1981, they won 100 games.
That's a turnaround.
That's incredible.
I remember going out there. That's when I was living in San Francisco, and I told you those stories. Like I would go to at least one Tigers-A's game.
Right.
And back in those days, Gordon, you know this, that if you were on the road, Ernie Harwell encouraged you to come up to the press box. And since I didn't even have my own phone, that's how I communicated with my parents.
Through the ball game.
Right. Here's his A.
Yeah. Says send money. I'm doing good, but
That's right,
send money.
But we need money. Yes.
Yeah, boy, Ernie was something. Vince Scully, those, you can talk about that for a minute too. But wow, the old time broadcasters growing up as a kid.
Oh.
Well, you wrote the Ernie Harwell.
I audio.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ernie and I put together a 4-hour audio book of his life, starting from we took him in studio for 13 hours.
Wow.
And it wasn't consecutive because Ernie was like 2 hours at a time.
Sure.
With lots of popcorn. He loved his popcorn.
Did he?
Oh yeah. But the
Okay.
thing that was great was when. And I kind of set the outline together. I wanted to make this, how did you get started? How did you get discovered? How did you get here?
Right.
How did, you were working for the Atlanta Crackers. You were ghostwriting at 13, pretending you were 16. I mean, just.
That's great.
Back then you could lie because there was no internet.
Sure.
Or they could look up his resume. So Ernie could just do whatever he wanted. And once my dad always said, once you get the job, just perform.
Yeah.
You gotta pretend you're a little bit older to get the job.
Then they'll never question your background or whatever.
Yeah, just outwork the old guys. That's all he ever said. But the one thing I learned from working with Ernie, and his memory was ridiculous. And the highlight for me was when we went through the section of ball players that he knew, and he would go into stance.
Oh,
So
dear.
I'm looking in the studio, and he's describing and talking to Bob Harris from Voice of Duke basketball at the time. And he's talking about these different players and about meeting Ted Williams and going over to his house or going over to Ty Cobb's house or, all of these different people. And he goes into Jackie Robinson because he was there for Willie Mays' debut. He was in Brooklyn
Incredible.
for Jackie Robinson's debut, and you know, he went into stance.
Did he really?
And you
That's
just
so
wish
amazing.
that when are they? I got something. Anybody out there who's really good with AI technology and anything else, just can we go ahead and just sort of create our?
Yeah.
Let's just get let's just do it.
That's
Change
incredible.
everything. Let's do it.
And Ernie reminds me of the kind of guy you ask him a question and he just goes with it. I mean, you don't have to have a ton of questions because he's going to talk.
Yeah, but that's not really true. Gordon can say this. I met Ernie a couple of times. He was a great listener.
God, yeah.
He would listen to your question and then answer it and then want to get feedback from you. He
Right.
wouldn't just pontificate.
Okay.
He wasn't like Dan Pohl, my buddy Dan Pohl, or Ted Nugent. Now, I love both of these guys, but they fill up my radio shows. I go, Ted, hunting, go.
Yeah.
I could go and have a meal. It's like playing, when you're
Oh, yes.
DJ, you play Inagata Vita so you can take a crap, or back in the days, some groupie would show up at the studio.
Well, that does beg the question because, again, if somebody can invent a way where I could have seen into Ernie's mind,
Yeah.
that's all I wanted. Because, if he's going into stance, that in his head, he's got a very clear vision
Yes.
of Jackie Robinson from. I couldn't even. You can't even absorb that. Just the memory that he had, the detailed memory that he had. Just the whole process was so much fun, and I was so fortunate to have that opportunity because I just wanted to preserve Ernie's voice.
Sure.
He'd written lots of stuff, but go to the Library of Congress, check it out. You can go ahead and listen to Ernie 30 years from now. And I told him one thing very clearly, which was, when you listen to somebody for 13 hours over a series of tapings, he speaks in lullaby.
Yeah.
And
that's
I-
what. That's what.
And that's why I said I get it.
Well, that's
why I fell
Vin
asleep
Scully.
listening
That's
to
what.
it.
Yes.
But that is what they had. They had to fill so much time. There was no pitch clock.
Yeah.
So baseball games went for 3 or 4 hours, and Vin Scully and
The recreations were great.
oh yeah, unbelievable.
Ground
Yeah.
ball.
Yeah.
Just he had a ruler. He had all sorts of.
And don't
props.
forget Harry Carey.
Yeah.
So, anyways, very briefly, a complete circle. That pitching staff: Brian Kingman, Mike Norris,
20-game winner.
yep, Ed Figueroa. They had 5 pitchers that pitched over 300 innings that year.
Incredible.
So, and Billy Ball was all about pitching and stealing bases. They had I think they only hit like 100 home runs that entire year.
Wouldn't it be fun to go ahead and contact one of those guys and say,
If they could lift the
Is that right?
yes, that's what I meant. Because we know Denny can't.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, Denny.
I can get
We interviewed
Yeah,
Denny here a year or so ago.
He told me he had like 35 quarter zone shots in '68, and I
Just
can't even
incredible.
fathom.
Yeah.
That's insane. But they had to make their $45,000 a year.
Th-
so
th-
back
that
then-
This is how long those starters pitched. The entire staff had 3 saves the entire year. 3 save ball games.
Wow, those relievers.
Right.
There's probably a whole movie about the bullpen
Unbelievable.
here in Oakland. And
So
all
there was no John Hiller on the staff.
Nobody. Billy never walked out.
No, not at all. No, I'm coming out to chew your tail. I'm walking back to the dugout.
Yeah.
There's no call to the pen.
Anyway.
We don't need a phone in the bullpen because I'm not getting a hold of them.
100%.
So yeah, the Tigers. It's so funny. Rich knows this as well as I do. How many times when the Tigers have had a little losing season has somebody reached out to you, or you run into somebody who goes, "Well, what happened to the Tigers?"
Tigers. Oh yeah.
I mean, when they went into what happened to the Tigers?
Now it's what happened to the Lions.
Yeah. Well, when we returned here.
I set that up for you, buddy.
Yeah, no, thank
did.
you.
Right.
But when we return here on Friday Faceoff, we will discuss what happened to the Lions or what's going to happen to the Lions. And don't worry, folks, we are handing out Valium. Back after these on Up North Sports Radio's Friday Faceoff, brought to us by TVCAirport.com.
Votes are in for the Traverse City Record Eagles Simply the Best Reader's Choice Contest. It was our biggest year yet. Find out who was voted Traverse City's favorite businesses and professionals during our virtual awards ceremony at the Traverse City Record Eagles page on Facebook Wednesday, September 24th. And pick up our Simply the Best Winners publication in the September 24th edition of the Traverse City Record Eagle. Attend the virtual awards ceremony September 24th at facebook.com/TC Record Eagle.
Who knew? Fresh air is a destination. Breathe in the glacial carved canvas of northern Michigan's finest golf courses and have your breath taken away by scenic vistas from tee to green. The perfect place to perfect your game in more ways than one. The waves, woods, and wonder of Bel Air. Escape every day. Discover the magic of 90 holes at one resort. Shanty Creek Resort in Bel Air and online at shantycreek.com. TVC's tip of the day. It's time to book your holiday and winter getaway, and TVC is ready to take you there. Whether you're visiting family and friends or chasing sunshine on southern beaches, TVC is the perfect flight for you. This fall, fly nonstop to Boston with JetBlue and experience the vibrant colors of autumn in the Northeast. Or choose from top carriers like American, Delta, and United. Plus enjoy ultra-low fares on Allegiant. Seats are filling fast. Book your holiday and winter travel today. Explore all your flight options at tvcairport.com.
Hey, it's Anthony Bellino from Spin on Sports, Michigan Sports Talk Morning Show on the Great Voice Radio Network. Heard live weekday mornings from 6 to 9 right here on Up North Sports Radio 101.1 WGRY. Whether it's Tigers, Pistons, Red Wings, Lions, Michigan State, the Big Ten, the Mid-American Conference, all the headlines, all the stories, and always Michigan teams first. It's all right here on Spin on Sports, weekday mornings from 6 to 9 on the Great Voice Radio Network. Heard locally on Up North Sports Radio 101.1 WGRY.
Welcome back to Friday Faceoff here on Up North Sports Radio. And we have Autumn McLaren on with us, who is with TVC Airport. It's time for Destination MLB. And Autumn, we have now disposed of the notion that you may be a jinx for the Tigers. Kevin Klein can bite it.
Yes. I hope he is hearing this across the pond over in Europe, because no, I am not a jinx.
No, you are not a jinx. They took 2 out of 3 from the Yankees. We just discussed that. And we only have one more trip for the well, somebody could jump on a plane right now and see them in Miami, right?
Right. They could go to Miami. You could still get there. A couple weeks ago, it was under $400, but it might cost you a little more if you leave today and get there for the rest of their time in Miami. But yeah, they only 2 more road games left, right? Cleveland and Boston.
Cleveland and Boston. We are going to announce the winner of our TVC takeoff to Beantown in my radio program on Q100 at 4 o'clock today. So if you register to win that prize, you're going to find out if you're the lucky winner or not. And over 2,000 registrations for that great prize. Somebody is going to be extremely happy.
Yeah, that's so exciting. I'm so happy for who that winner is, and they're going to have such a great time in Boston, seeing the Red Sox, staying at the Hilton Back Bay. It'll be a great weekend on that nonstop right from TDC into Boston. And if you aren't a lucky winner, you can still get there. I just ran a price track.
Okay.
They're about $298 round trip, which is not bad at all.
That is a bargain. For a beautiful fall weekend in Boston. You can go ahead. There's tickets available for the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday games still. And, you know, what else would be nicer than when you're not at the ballpark, Autumn, to maybe stroll through Harvard's campus or Boston College's campus with the leaves starting to change?
Oh, I know. It would be just a beautiful time of the year to get out east and experience the color change there as well. It sounds awesome. And didn't you and I determine, since Kevin's out of town, we're going to make the big call to go there ourselves and experience this?
Well,
right?
That was actually New York, and we missed that opportunities.
Oh, yeah, true. Okay. Well, I guess we can go to Boston.
Now, and you can go to Cleveland now, and it's not as exciting, but what is the rate to go to see the Tigers take on the Indians on, what is that, the 23rd, 24th, and 25th?
Yep, they're there, and I ran a price to, if you would like to leave that day before on September 22nd and see that all three then coming back to Traverse City on September 26th is about $487. So it has gone up since we previously started looking at these prices a few weeks ago and even a couple months back. So
well, we always stress, we're always stressing that. You know, if you're looking, look early. So that will transition us just a little bit to Destination NFL. I know you looked at a couple of the early road trips for Lions fans.
Yes, we did. We see them on the road against the next road game, the Baltimore Ravens. That's September 22nd. And American is still running their nonstop into D.C. during that time. So it's a great nonstop into D.C. Take the quick train or shuttle into Baltimore. And that is running about $554 right now, nonstop flight.
Yep, you make a weekend of it. That go to the mall in Washington, see all the great sights, and then see the Lions kick the hell out of the Baltimore Ravens.
Sounds like a good weekend. And I believe that actually is a Monday night game. That's so you get to extend your weekend in the D.C. area.
Autumn, where do people find all these great flights to all these wonderful destinations throughout America and jumping off to Europe like your beloved air director, Kevin Klein?
He did fly out of TVC through Chicago right into London. It was an awesome flight. So you can really get anywhere in the world, and Kevin is proving that right now. You can go to tvcairport.com, check out all our 7 airlines, 20 nonstop places that get you to those 20 beautiful destinations and beyond.
Thank you, Autumn McLaren. Go Tigers, go Lions.
Go Tigers, go Lions. Have a great weekend, guys.
All right, thank you, dear.
Yes,
all right, there
care.
you go. Sports fans can travel anywhere.
Autumn does a nice job there. I think, Kevin, you've been replaced.
Trust me, and she's kind of cute.
Oh, okay.
She's much cuter than Kevin. I'll put it way cuter than Kevin.
Kevin checked in with the football. He was listening to our football game last week because he's over there. He's the kicker. Yep. Yeah. So yeah. So sounds like they're having a good time.
So the question
you did say that kicked Baltimore the
ass,
right?
Yeah.
You said that. Mm-hmm. Did the Valiant kick in that quick?
Look at.
I thought that was like
let
a 15-minute
me ask you, here's
delay.
the question of the day, okay? Here's the question of the day. Right. Do you feel better about the Lions' loss after you saw the Packers maybe have the best defense in football? I mean, when you have a really solid squad like that and you drop a Hall of Famer, a 26-year-old Hall of Famer into a defense, what do you get? You get that.
It shows you that what a difference one player can make on an already good defense, but now this defense appears to be great. Because, again, the energy, the Gatorade tastes better. Everything about this team now is improved. It appears that way, at least through 2 games, because Jordan Love not making the mistakes he typically does. Just that defense is like you couldn't run on it, you couldn't throw on it. Nothing about it was good, but again, difference maker.
They played better against one of the more mobile quarterbacks in the league than they actually did against Jared
Goff.
So
and Tate Ratledge.
Hey, look at this is. I'm glad you brought that up.
That was
his first start, I know.
Well, this is where I'm going to give Dan Campbell. There you go.
At what point do you take a guy out?
No, they didn't play that whole offensive line together one snap in the preseason.
None.
Okay, that was a major mistake with new coordinators, 3 new guys in new positions
on the line.
Never. Okay.
And Campbell bragged a little bit about Ratledge in the preseason. Like, man, I don't usually talk about, but this kid's looking really good. And so, man, I'm like, whoa, Dan Campbell doesn't brag about rookies much, but he did, and then he got smoked on Sunday.
The only response that he would have in that situation is just that they scrimmaged, I think, 3 different teams.
Yeah.
I don't care.
And when they scrimmaged,
one of them happened to be the Miami Dolphins, who got boat raced by the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah,
they appear to be horrible.
Yeah, but this is. But you know what? You know, this is an overreaction.
One game, yes.
You got a week to discuss it. but somebody brought up the beautiful thing that the big surprise team of last year for week 1 and week 2 was New Orleans. They scored 47 and 45 points in their first 2 games, and they scored 100 points the rest of the year.
Boy, was David Carr good. Wow, as soon as or which Carr?
Why was this New Orleans so
Which
easy
Carr
to
was
kick
it?
him
Derek.
Not the Fresno
Derek
State
Carr.
David
Fresno,
Derek,
not
that's
the
the
Fresno State guy.
Yeah,
The other Carr.
Rick Ocasek from the Cars is who it
The
was.
other
So,
Carr.
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, but well, you know, and when you mention that, obviously Brad Holmes right now is watching very intently to see if Micah Parsons will get hurt and miss half the season, because if he stays healthy somehow, then Brad's going to take an awful lot of heat for not adding anybody opposite Hutch.
Well, they went ahead. The Eagles went ahead and grabbed Zadarius
Smith.
Now, what's his name is out there? There's not Julius
Probably
Peppers,
still Clowney.
Clowney.
Clowney's still out there.
Jadeveon Clowney.
is still out there, and if I were the Lions, I would just get him now and give him a few weeks to work his way in. Although
Get in shape
you know. Zadarius Smith would have been a much better choice. He knows the system. He's, you know, Clowney has been known to be a little bit of a malcontent in the locker room. So
And probably doesn't play he's probably a situational pass rusher only at this point.
or
for
you could just
Jadeveon.
wait to see who the best pass rusher on the Miami Dolphins is, and pick
Because they're going to have a sell-off.
They are going to have a fire sale here in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, the thing I want to figure out is, can we get like Howie Roseman on the air? Because I mean, we're sitting here with a Super Bowl champion that went ahead and tried to get Parsons, but couldn't pull the deal because they were
Actually offered a better deal, but wouldn't trade.
How could you
Possibly. Of course, you're never going to do that.
At which point
but
I
he
thought-
tried.
I would like to know. You know, I was running through scenarios. Did they say what the Eagles offered?
No, but who?
Yeah,
Because
I
you
think.
can't pay all those guys. I
But
had a
let me-
feeling
I mean,
Jalen Carter might have been available.
If
on
the
that deal.
Lions were going to make the deal, who do you take off the team? Okay, so what do you give them? Trade Jack Campbell for Micah Parsons? You would.
You would.
You would make that
and a
deal.
couple of first rounders, just like because they gave up an all-pro D tackle
Yeah.
and 2 first rounders.
Campbell's not an all-pro.
Not
yet.
at all.
So I mean, do you ship Brian
Branch?
there? I'm just saying, you know, there's a lot of players on this. Granted, neither of them played really well, but did you guys either happen to see the press conferences with Morton and Calvin Shepard yesterday?
Did not.
Okay, so Shepard is a serious guy. I mean, he looks like he still wants to play football.
Right.
He tackled every question.
Yeah, he's
I
still,
mean,
he's a young guy. I mean, it's just a couple years
he's
removed
only
from
30
playing.
I think he's 33.
Yeah. He
Anyways, he pointed out the 3 play. He goes, we screwed up 3 plays.
Oh,
He
yeah,
goes,
I saw that, right.
Yeah, and he explained exactly what happened
passes in
on
a
the
row.
3 plays.
Okay.
And he goes, and you take a look at the film. We played really good in the second half.
They did.
They stopped the run completely. The Commanders had a way bigger trouble trying to stop the Packer running attack than the Lions did. And he explained in depth the 3 play. And he goes, and we're going to fix that. And he talked about, you know, how Hutchinson. That was the biggest surprise to me. That Hutchinson did not have
He didn't do
any.
anything.
He didn't do
Yeah.
anything.
Not a thing.
Obviously, they did not double team Hutchinson in practice.
Right. Yeah, because he got chipped or doubled every play.
Every play.
Every play. Yeah, when they concentrated on him, you saw the back or the tight end hitting him first, passing him off to a offensive lineman.
Yeah.
And yeah, he did not make any splash plays. Did not. That was kind of shocking to me, to be honest with you.
And so
Did you see who went out at halftime that was getting burned on those plays?
Terry and Arnold.
He was horrible.
He was horrible. He changed his number, but it's still the same Terry and Arnold.
And when the defense got better, in the
Terrible
second-
Arnold.
when the defense tightened up in the second, I mean, I couldn't stand the TV broadcast, so I put on Dan Miller.
Good.
Dad, always good.
That's not the first time we've ever heard that.
No,
I can't-
because
I can't
Dan's,
listen.
oh my gosh, is a good listen.
No, I can't listen to them.
Because she's not a super homer.
Anyway,
No, he calls it like he sees it. That's what I
And
appreciate.
that's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Is that, you know, these plays that were successful, Arnold was just beat.
Yeah.
And that's the problem we had last year. And they've got better guys that are on the bench right now than
Well,
playing.
and now he's got a groin injury, so he's probably not playing.
Yeah.
And so he's probably
Don't
not.
put me in, coach.
Yeah.
I hate those. Caitlin Clark's still working hers, I think, too.
Gee, Kaylin, I don't.
calf
Never
injury?
mind. Let's not.
I don't know
Let's
what that
move on
was.
to the next.
But yeah, no, it's if Arnold's out, I mean, I'm fine with that whole defensive backfield and the safeties.
Yeah, Brian
Right.
Branch. One thing, he's such a great player. We have to keep him on the field. Last year at Lambeau, he got ejected for a hit to the head, so he was gone. And then this year he grabs the helmet of the kid and it's just and the ref's standing right there. What do you expect them to do? Come on, Brian Branch.
At least he didn't spit.
Just no. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that would
yeah.
have been bad.
That would have been
But
bad.
Vegas did drop the Lions' win total. It went from 10.5 prior to the game, and after what they performed like at the Packers, dropped them to 8.5.
8.5.
8.5. At least there's so many different betting things, but yeah, one of them went from.
I mean,
I've
they
got-
have
I've
the
got-
hardest
I've got-
schedule. They
I've
have the
got
Oh, it's a brute. That's why we have to win this week. We go to Baltimore, like you said, next week. So that's a brutal game.
But 8.5. I mean, you got
So
seven
let me ask
wins
you a
at home.
question, because we're
Almost
gonna
automatic.
finish with the Lions. We'll talk about the NFL in general in the next segment.
Okay.
But after seeing Morton, thinking about Ben Johnson coming in and everything else, and people so concerned about the offensive line, if I'm Morton, I am going to think 49ers, old 49ers Bill Walsh offense, at least the next couple of weeks, and then I'm going to pass to set up the run. Instead of going in there, Dan Campbell's got to get this out of his head for a second. Because I don't know if we can have, until this offensive line solidifies, those huge running plays. That's the reason why, Rich comes at me and goes, they didn't have the energy or anything else.
I did the intensity.
Because the Lions, for the last 2 years, have run at will. They have run at will. They have run at 4th and 7 and made those consistently. Name another football team in the last 5 years that's done that. This team will get better at the run, but it's not going to run like it ran with Frank Ragnow at center. So, and I'm guaranteeing.
Zeitler was a big loss, too.
I
that
guarantee
was
you,
unnecessary.
Ben Johnson is talking to who's the Bears defensive coordinator is
Dennis Allen.
Dennis Allen,
Mr. Bounce.
New Orleans
I
former
bet
coach.
You they are going, okay, after what happened in Green Bay,
Right.
you're going to want to come out and run the ball. I'm running play action after play action after play action, and spread that field out and then hit them with the run. I am not coming in to go, I'm going to prove, like Ohio State wanted to prove to Michigan, we can run the football on.
Right, we're going to be tougher than you are.
All the stuff we talked about in preseason didn't happen.
Yeah.
I mean, did I miss Montgomery and Gibbs in the backfield together? Which they talked
I
about.
think they did, and they audibled out of the one time and put Gibbs in the slot. But they did line up. One time that I remember, Gordon,
Right.
and they did that. They couldn't even run screen plays last week because they didn't. Green Bay mainly rushed with 4 guys all game long. So you couldn't, if they were blitzing like crazy, you could do screen passes, you could do things. They couldn't do any of that.
Linebackers look really good.
They're
That was
flying, flying
that
around.
Was the one great thing about the Lions defense. You can say what you want. Lions linebackers played fantastic. Yeah, Anzalone dropped an
He dropped that, yeah.
And that was so funny because Cheryl actually watched just a little bit of the game with me, and I'm like, well, we need a pick 6.
Yeah.
And,
It's-
Anzalone drops the one INT, and then the next play is a pick 6 that they called back because of a holding penalty.
Yeah.
Now, it was a penalty. So
Sure. Oh, yeah.
They should have come back. But Anzalone needs to catch that, hit him right in the hands.
Yes.
And that is a huge play. Look at
That-
we all know this. Gordon, you know this better than anybody because you're older than all of us. That, most
Not
football
wiser,
games come
older.
down to 3 or 4 plays.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Shepard was saying. We defend those 3 plays, or we get that interception, and all the momentum changes, and maybe the Lions have a chance against a Packers team that right now is better than us. It's going to be better than us unless injuries come into the equation.
We run a real risk right now of that Thanksgiving game being a bunch of cheeseheads.
Oh, I don't think about that.
I sure hope it's not
I know
that.
what
Yeah.
they're charging.
Don't let them take that
Yeah.
field over. Do not. let
Well,
them
I
take
know
that
what
field over.
we have season tickets, and we'll be doing. are going to do a contest with Jays, so you can win them. We don't have the details yet.
Okay,
But,
nice.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I
Unless
hope
you
not.
target the Lions are upside down in their record.
Right.
Okay.
Or unless, I mean, the tickets right now are, what, $800-900
A seat.
a seat?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tempting for Thanksgiving.
Well,
And
we will be back
terrific.
after Mr. Negativity is done with his pontification. We'll take a look at the full NFL schedule and maybe talk a little college football as well. Fire up chips.
Fire up chips. Needed big time.
Back after these on Up North Sports Radio's Friday Face-Off, brought to us by TVCAirport.com.
It's time for the Up North Sports Radio Northern Michigan Trail Report, brought to you by your Michigan Toro authorized dealer, Outdoor Equipment Co. in Houghton Lake, Lansing, and Detroit. OutdoorEquipCO.com. Toro, count on it.
I'm Alyssa Sullivan, outdoor enthusiast and your host. Helmets on, because this week things are taking a twist as we explore the incredible Denton Creek ORV system just south of Outdoor Equipment Co. in Houghton Lake. You'll find an adventure as diverse as the Michigan landscape itself. The area actually offers two totally different riding experiences. You've got the Denton Creek ORV route, 32 miles of wide sandy trails, perfect for all types of ORV traffic, and connecting you to popular destinations like St. Helen and Leota. And then for a real thrill, hit the Denton Creek ORV trail, 48 miles of tight twisting paths for ATVs and dirt bikes under 50 inches. The Roscommon County ORV ordinance does allow you to ride the shoulder of county roads at 25 miles an hour, but remember, M55 and M18 are restricted. The area is a popular ORV destination with plenty of food, gas, and lodging, and riding through many miles of beautiful forest make it a popular destination in the fall season to take in beautiful scenery and enjoy the fall colors. Respect your fellow riders, ride right, and don't leave your trash. Leave a good impression. I'll show you more around the area at upnorthsportsradio.com.
This has been your Up North Sports Radio Northern Michigan Trail Report, brought to you by your Michigan Toro authorized dealer, Outdoor Equipment Co. in Houghton Lake, Lansing, and Detroit. OutdoorEquipCO.com. Toro, count on it. Mowing the yard will no longer be a chore with a Toro Time Cutter, built to tackle big jobs while fitting in small spaces with zero-turn maneuverability. Getting on and off the mower is a breeze with a step-through front end. Comfort comes standard with a seat that provides the ultimate in padding and back support. The Toro Time Cutter is available in a variety of deck sizes and special features. Head to your local Toro authorized dealer, Outdoor Equipment Co. in Houghton Lake, Lansing, and Detroit, or visit OutdoorEquipmentCo.com. Toro, count on it. It's time to book your holiday and winter getaway from TVC. This fall, fly nonstop to Boston with JetBlue and experience the vibrant colors of autumn in the Northeast. Choose from top carriers like American, Delta, and United, or enjoy ultra-low fares on Allegiant. TVCAirport.com.
Comfort Center Furniture is expanding their workforce, and that means opportunity for you. They are taking applications for delivery crew and sales associates. Be a part of a trusted, family-owned business with more than 50 years in Northern Michigan. All positions are full-time and come with paid health benefits, holidays, and matching 401k. Comfort Center Furniture is expanding their workforce. Apply in-store at Comfort Center locations in Gaylord, Grayling, or Prudenville. Comfort Center Furniture is an equal opportunity employer.
The Wild-Eyed Southern Boys return. 38 Special. The special guest Molly Hatchet. Saturday, November 8th at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Tickets start at $39. On sale Saturday, September 13th at the box office or etix.com. 38 Special and Molly Hatchet. November 8th at Soaring Eagle Casino. SoaringEagleCasino.com.
Tune into Up North Sports Radio for U of M football.
Brought to you in part by TVC Cherry Capital Airport, your hometown airport, flying nonstop to the sun every day. TVCAirport.com.
WGRY, Up North Sports Radio.
Welcome back to Friday Face-Off on Up North Sports Radio, 101.1 WGRY. Jerry Coyne, Rich Calkins, and Gordon Miller, Mr. Grumpy.
Yeah,
That's it.
Get off my lawn!
I'm old.
G. Gordon Miller.
I'm old. What can I say?
We didn't actually come up with a prediction. The Lions, the game opened at 4.5. It's now 6.5.
Yeah.
Think the Lions are going to outscore the Bears by a touchdown?
I am hoping for half a dozen false starts by the Bears, poor execution, and after the game, Ben Johnson says, "What did you think about the execution of your team. And he just is going to say, you bet, let's do it.
Yeah.
You said
Go
the
for
Lions
it.
came out flat in Green.
Yeah, I thought so.
Okay.
I don't think they will this week. I think that they'll come out with a vengeance. I think the Bears are a little bit stung by what happened to them with the Vikings and J.J. McCarthy.
I think you guys are poo-pooing this too. Do you think that Dan Campbell is going to allow Ben Johnson to come into the stadium and
I didn't say that. I wasn't saying. I'm saying no.
I said you're poo-pooing it. I think the Lions are going to win this game easy double digits. I think that every player on this team is going to want to show Ben Johnson that he's an idiot for leaving, and they're going to get booed relentlessly, and you're going to see the defense unleashed, and Caleb is going to look even more like a. I mean, think about how far off some of the passes that he threw.
Out of bounds.
I mean,
it's just like
5 or 7 yards. Like Jamarcus Russell threw the ball better.
I've got the first play call. Lions get the ball first play call. It's a reverse to J-Mo, and he throws a touchdown pass.
Okay.
Let's rerun the play that cost us the playoff game in front of Ben and say, Ben, we've been working on that.
Right.
Do you like the Lions?
I like the Lions to
I like
win.
the Lions covering the 6.5.
Skipper has to be active for this.
He does.
He's going to have to be.
No, I do like the Lions, but Williams goes from making exceptional plays to like, what are you doing? You know, it's just like he misses the easy ones. It's
Clock will
crazy.
expire.
Yeah,
He
it's
won't
crazy.
call a
Steps out of
timeout.
bounds.
You know,
he'll do
I
something.
very, very, very briefly, the adjustments that the Vikings defense made in the second half were was as remarkable as anything I've
Agreed.
seen. They could not move the ball at all, running or passing, and when you remove a half a second, that's exactly what happened to the Lions offense. The half a second that Parsons takes away
huge
from your
difference.
offense
Yeah.
makes, especially with somebody that it needs to be accurate and on time as Jared. And who's the pass rusher for the Chicago Bears?
For the Bears.
Montez Sweat.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Ravens are giving 11.5 to the Browns.
Oh, division games.
Well, the
Always-
Browns just
always
play everybody. I mean,
take
they
the
should have
points.
won the
They-
game.
Yeah.
They
should have beat
the
Cincy.
Yeah, I mean, what they missed 3 field goals.
Unbelievable.
I mean, yeah. I'd be worried if I was a Bengal. I do not think. I think the Ravens are really good, but
are they coming off? You talk about a team motivated. Is Baltimore
Baltimore.
gonna play the perfect game this week?
I don't know.
That was incredible.
Well, we'll
That
see.
that game wasn't.
because
They had it
that Browns
won.
defense is a top 5 defense. They've got.
Well, there you go. Trade for Myles Garrett when the Browns are 0-9.
Okay, if the Browns get 0-9, then
I would do that.
The Bengals
he'll be
again.
there. End of the month.
This is a pretty popular pick. I picked the Bengals given 3.5. I think they'll right the ship, but a lot of people like the Jags.
Is it the new Jacksonville Jaguars?
Not with my money, it wouldn't.
Well, do you have Shimon Cod money or whatever?
Yeah.
I would be thinking that Cincinnati is going to be the team that has an awful lot to prove this year, or there's going to be
Well, this
big
week
problems.
the coach. Did you see the coach got on there? He goes, "I know you guys like to tailgate, but I'm imploring Bengals fans, please be in the stadium 10 minutes before kickoff."
Oh, serious? Oh, I did not
No,
see
he
that.
said it,
Taylor? Yeah.
Yeah, Taylor.
Ooh.
Taylor's a big boy.
Is he really?
He's not Dan Campbell.
Right.
But he's, he's
He's
been working
got-
out.
yeah.
I think all the coaches are like, I need to get a little bit
Yeah.
more yoked.
Yeah.
Except for Mike McDonald, who's
Oh, that McDaniels.
McDaniel's gonna get
Oh,
stuck
from
in the
Miami.
ridiculous.
He's going back to his accountant job.
a lot of people like the Giants as a trendy pick because they got all these guys on the D line.
Did they see something no one else did?
Well, I'm not,
no.
The defense was on the field 42 minutes. People are going like, Russell Wilson is washed. Everybody is washed when the offensive line goes, duck!
Ole!
Another team we can watch defensive tackles and
There you go.
Oh, yeah, there's a couple there.
We'll see if
Davon Thibodeau, come on back.
Yeah.
The Cowboys played pretty well against the Eagles last week.
They really
actually
did.
Had their chances to win. Obviously, Jalen Carter. We'll talk about that in a minute because if I'm the Chiefs, holy cow.
They're absolute. Bait them.
Yeah.
Bait them in. Sir spits a lot.
So we'll see if there might be a residual effect of the Cowboys trading Micah, and they're going like, yeah, we're going to play better football. Screw that. Let's come out and prove that we don't need the guy.
Yes.
It may have actually helped the culture and bound the team a little bit closer together too.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
I kind of like the Cowboys giving a 5.5 to the Giants. Although the
Giants have played the Cowboys well, so
They have,
I'll take points.
And
take points.
Okay, you'll take the points.
I'll take them.
And the Cowboys have traditionally been horrible at home in the last couple of years.
They have.
They have a losing record at home, like the last 3 years.
On CBS, it's down to 4 points on CBS now.
Okay.
So.
The Dolphins and the Patriots.
Oh God!
I mean,
the last game. Coaching Miami is this week.
Mine says the Miami minus a 1.5.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
And Vrabel.
I'll take Patriots.
I was surprised by
I'll take
Vrabel.
Patriots.
Shocked.
I was shocked that the Patriots still don't have a lot of great players. The defense was pretty weak again. They couldn't get the Raiders off the field.
But I do expect them to play better this week.
Well, we'll see. You know what?
Raiders
That is
with
another game I want to talk about
Geno
here in a
Smith
minute.
and Ashton Jeter.
We all like the Patriots here. Now the Niners. This is a really interesting game now because Purdy is out, but is Mac Jones? I mean, this is the guy that the Niners were supposed to take, right? They traded up. We're going to take Mac Jones. At the last minute, they take Trey
Lance.
Trey Lance, yeah.
Yeah, they
Out of,
traded
North Dakota State? Or
3 number ones to get Trey Lance instead of taking Mac Jones.
That's just
and by byproduct, I'm just interested to see if Mac Jones is really a fit for the Shanahan offense.
Yeah.
Well, is there going to be that much of a fall off? Because the Saints suck.
There could be a fall off because
there should be a fall off.
Mac Jones last year was horrible, absolutely horrible.
I mean, after such a good, solid rookie season, and then it's crazy.
Niners, if I'm playing the Niners, I got 9 in the box.
Well,
just go ahead and beat me. Where's your
Christian
receivers?
McCaffrey is going to have to go.
Kittle's
I mean,
gone.
Kittle is out. Yeah,
Kittle's out. Yeah, they're already. There were no receivers.
And the Saints are at home, and they always play good at home in front of that.
According to, they're getting 3 at home.
It opened at 7.5.
Did it really?
Yeah,
they got bet down and. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't like the Niners this year.
Okay. I always loved the Niners. I lived there. I was there when they first won.
That doesn't enter into this.
The Bills, after an amazing comeback, played the Jets, who I thought looked good against the Steelers. That was probably
Justin Fields played his best game, I think,
I'm
ever.
glad the Bears downgraded from Justin Fields. I knew this was coming.
And we'll see what Aaron Glenn has in store. I mean, the Jets have a lot of good players on both sides of the ball. There's a lot of ways they could have beat the Steelers in that opening game. The Steelers get a 60-yard field goal at the buzzer to lose.
Right.
They turn the ball over. The Jets turned the ball over 3 times. That usually means you're not going to win the football game. And the Bills are coming to town in a divisional game. I kind of like the 6.5. I like the Jets getting 6.5.
Yeah.
I think the Bills are going to have a letdown after beating.
These are all division games.
Yeah.
You're giving a lot of
the
division
first 2 weeks, a lot of them. Yes.
Games, no doubt. I think that's good.
Yeah.
Can I just say one thing?
No.
60-yard field goal to end the game, and I was at the Lions-Ravens game.
Yeah.
And we lost to a kicker who's now out of the NFL, and I think that they should go back now and impose
a penalty,
$50 million fine, no postseason ban maybe. I just
that game though, that was a heartbreaker.
That week.
Yeah.
He was doing more than singing a cappella in the choir.
Shouldn't have been eligible.
Okay.
I protested.
Steelers are at home for their first game with Aaron Rodgers. The Seahawks, I thought the Seahawks were surprisingly poor. And Sam Darnold, maybe it's just a KOC. We'll see. A lot of people were. Kevin O'Connell could probably coach Rich Hawkins to a couple of
Oh,
wins
sure he
at
could.
the QB
Absolutely.
position.
I'm loosening my arm up right now.
That's at 2.5 points. I think the Steelers are going to win by a touchdown. I think the Seahawks are in trouble.
Oh, they're bad. They look bad.
A game that's difficult to judge is the Rams going on the road to Tennessee. But the Rams defense didn't. That was a defensive game.
Yeah.
Against the Texans, and you've got a rookie quarterback in the Titans. So I think it'll be another low-scoring game, but I think the Rams will cover the 5.5.
Yeah, I want the Rams.
I think I like the Rams
I
here.
want the Rams schedule.
But it just seems to me like this is, you're going to be on eggshells the whole year. Is Stafford going to get hit in the back, and then is it all over? Or can you hear that Jimmy G just comes in and can...
And, play like Jimmy G did at one point in his life.
New England, yeah.
This might finally be Arizona's year then. Because, I mean, the schedule that these guys have is ridiculously easy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey.
The NFC West has the easiest schedules in football. And that, speaking of the Cardinals, they're giving 6.5 to the Panthers, who were pretty disappointing. I thought the Panthers would look better.
That was really disappointing.
New go there.
It's a hot seat week.
Yeah.
It's another hot seat week for Carolina. The annual coaching program.
Is Kyler Murray going to, when Kyler Murray's completely healthy, he's been an MVP candidate the 2 years that he didn't miss a game all season. So
they'll win. I just think this is going to, I would take the points. I think it's going to
It's almost a tutty.
It could be a shootout.
The Broncos not looking so great against a Colts team that looked fantastic. Is Daniel Jones the latest quarterback to get blown out of somewhere and turn into a winner?
That was Miami. They beat Miami.
I understand.
Tone it down. It wasn't a real team.
Okay.
Jeez, come on.
Yeah.
No, they're not. They've not turned it suddenly around. No.
Denver's tough. I mean, they should be. I thought they didn't play as well as everyone thought they were going to in that first game. I think they'll play better this week. Indiana, though, I mean, hey, I think it's a great matchup. Was it 1.5?
1.5 should be a good game.
Yeah.
You'd see, and then this is just
at Indy. Yeah.
I mean, I'll take the.
Do the Chiefs have a must-win right here already?
Teams that start 0-2.
Yeah, 12% chance of making the playoffs.
That was the 16-game schedule when they said that.
Yeah, of course.
Sounds good.
I mean, a lot of people like the Chiefs here. I don't. I think Jalen Carter is going to play with a house on fire, and they couldn't do anything with him last year.
Right.
Winning an Arrowhead is tough.
Winning an Arrowhead is tough, and against a team that beat you
in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But you know what? The worst thing about the Chiefs, other than wide receiver deficiencies until Rice comes back and blah 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 blah, I think Kelsey is washed. He just does not look like Travis Kelce.
Did a good job taking out his own player there, though. That was a heck of a hit.
Did he get married or something? Is there something in his personal life?
I can't think of anything. Can't think.
Let's put it this way: he doesn't need to play football anymore.
That's
for sure.
Feels like, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
But the worst thing
married.
of that Charger-Chiefs game was the Chiefs' defense did not look good. It didn't, they've been dominant. They've been actually carried.
That's been the best part of their team.
No doubt about it. And the Chargers pushed them around on all day long in a pass protection. They couldn't run the football, but they got no pressure at all on Herbert. And Jalen Hurts looks like the best quarterback in football. He looked amazing against the Cowboys.
He's the perfect fit for that team. I mean, he just absolutely.
They've got the Eagles' offense really on paper has the best personnel in football. They got the best offensive line. They got two fantastic wideouts. They got a great tight end. They can run the football. Oh, gee, what's his name? Saquon Barkley.
And then they got the Bixby guy traded for him as a backup. It's just like they just keep. I'm not happy with my team. I'm getting more players. So Howie Roseman is the best GM, head and shoulders. Head and shoulders.
They must have 100
and
million
then you've got the
cap.
lovely double. You got the Vikings playing the Falcons. I mean, we're running out of
time.
Oh,
we are. It's almost 11 o'clock already.
I think I picked the Chargers.
I picked the Chargers.
Underestimating.
The Chargers are playing the Raiders, the Pete Carroll, Jim Harbaugh Bowl. Those two guys go to.
They love each other. They love each other. They're gonna hug. I know they are.
This is a USC stand.
Yeah.
Hug it out.
Yeah.
Hug it out.
All right, we got to get caught up.
Chargers are going to win.
Okay, and I think Tampa is going to beat the Texans. So
wow.
0-2 for the Texans.
There you go. The season's over. Look for the fire sale. We got some messages really quickly here on Up North Sports Radio's Friday Faceoff, brought to us by TVCAirport.com.
Who knew? fresh air as a destination. A place to breathe in the lapping waves of Torch Lake and explore the tree-lined trails of northern Michigan. A place to connect with nature and each other, one-on-one, in the waves, woods, and wonder of Bel Air. When you're looking to escape the everyday, breathe in the magic of northern Michigan at Shanty Creek Resort in Bel Air and online at shantycreek.com.
Votes are in for the Traverse City Record Eagles Simply the Best Reader's Choice Contest. It was our biggest year yet. Find out who was voted Traverse City's favorite businesses and professionals during our virtual awards ceremony at the Traverse City Record Eagles page on Facebook Wednesday, September 24th. And pick up our Simply the Best Winners publication in the September 24th edition of the Traverse City Record Eagle. Attend the virtual awards ceremony September 24th at facebook.com/TC Record Eagle.
Hi folks, Jim Jeffers for Michigan Trailers in Traverse City, Northern Michigan's value leader in utility trailer sales. As the seasons change, it's time to clear some space with our annual summer sell-down sale. With over 200 trailers in stock, clearly priced to move, you will find the right one at the right price to solve all your hauling needs. Move quick. Take advantage of the best selection. See us today on US 31 South across from Menards Traverse City or visit us online at michigantrailers.com.
Michigan Firemen's Memorial Festival is one of the best fall events in northern Michigan. Head to the Roscommon County Fire Training Grounds Friday and Saturday, September 19th and 20th. There's live music and dancing in the Big Red Barn, the Lions Chicken Barbecue, water ball and rescue competitions, and a parade. See current and antique emergency vehicles, vendors, refreshments, and kids' activities. It's all at the 46th Annual Firemen's Memorial Festival in Roscommon, September 19th and 20th.
It's time to book your holiday and winter getaway from TVC. This fall, fly nonstop to Boston with JetBlue and experience the vibrant colors of autumn in the Northeast. Choose from top carriers like American, Delta, and United, or enjoy ultra-low fares on Allegiant. TVCairport.com.
Right now, Sunburst Marine is taking pre-orders for the 2026 Avalon pontoon line. Sunburst Marine has sold out of its allotment every year, so now is the time to make sure you get the award-winning Avalon pontoon exactly the way you want it. Sunburst has been servicing, storing, and restoring your boats for over 20 years. Call Sunburst Marine at 989-731-5491 or visit sunburstmarine.com today for inside or outside storage and shrink wrapping of your boats. Stem to stern, we're here for you.
This could be the best Neapolitan pizza anywhere in northern Michigan. Crave Pasta Pizza Pub in Gaylord. When you start with dough and sauces carefully made daily and use the freshest ingredients, then flash bake it in a brick oven, it's gonna be great. Add thick slices of mozzarella, pile on pulled pork, bacon, whatever works for you. Now you're speaking the love language of pizza at cravegaylord.com. Crave for up north flavor.
Tune in to WGRY every Thursday afternoon for the Odawa Casino Weekend Ramp-Up. A quick one-minute look at all that's happening at Northern Michigan's destination for fun and entertainment. Odawa Casino, Y101, Up North Sports Radio.
That's right. Welcome back to Friday Faceoff on Up North Sports Radio, 101.1 WGRY. Rich Calkins, Gordon Miller joining Jerry Coyne. We just want to give a brief shout-out. Colors are just starting to change at Shanty Creek. Starting on September 27th and taking place every Saturday and Sunday through October 19th, you can take the $10 30-minute chair ride up and down through the fabulous fall colors. You can buy a beer or a hot chocolate. It is a great time to enjoy, great way to enjoy the fall colors in northern Michigan. Another way to do that is to play golf at Shanty Creek in October. And every golf course, every round is only $35 October 1st to 19th. Tee times are booking super fast, so go to shantycreek.com and take advantage of these great deals and the beautiful fall colors of Shanty Creek. According to Gordo, we don't need to talk about college football at all.
We can.
And you're going to the Michigan game.
and he's a successful guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm just saying, you're the one.
I'm happy to talk college football.
What is that?
There just wasn't a whole lot last
Michigan's given up 27.5 points. I'm not sure it's enough.
Well, you know,
we don't want to talk about the Oklahoma game, do we?
I mean,
I don't need to.
Okay. I mean,
That was bad.
well, it was bad because the offense didn't do anything.
Everything was underneath. Everything. It was
Yeah.
kind of like watching John Morton, to be honest, because all the talk about, we're going to go deep more, we're going to do this, and there wasn't one deep ball the whole game. And
Well, you can't throw the ball deep when you only have
Jeez.
2 seconds to throw the football.
J-Mo's quick.
Okay.
That read option, I would like Underwood to keep it occasionally and not to get pounded, but he's a good athlete and he can run around the end at times.
He can block linebackers. So, let's. And you're not going to see much in this game against the Chips.
Sure.
You'll see a better Bryce Underwood.
You got Nebraska in Nebraska next week.
Oh, I don't like that game.
Yeah, I don't like that game either. I like Matt Rule.
Yeah, he's done a nice job.
I don't know how much it means to
Not
have.
a good NFL coach, by the way.
No, but seems I tell you, he was on McAfee yesterday. I watched a good interview and.
Oh, he's a great interview.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. They have a good football team.
Yeah, Raiola, the good athletic quarterback for them for Nebraska. Yeah, so.
Patrick Mahomes clone.
Yeah, sure. Oh my gosh, it's his little brother.
All the road games are going to be tough for them this year. I went into this season thinking they'd be a 10-win team, and I'm coming out of this now thinking they're going to be an 8-win team. But
Well, the Nebraska game is going to be a linchpin game. You know, maybe Michigan might not cover 29.5. They may play a super vanilla game, although I'm sure they really need to see a few things executed properly. Right?
Yes, absolutely. That's what it's about.
And the offensive line really needs. That's going to be the whole key. The offensive line needs to be a Michigan offensive line that can dominate the defensive line. You know, the defensive line pressure, and when you can reliably run the ball for 5 or 6 yards, everything is different. It's the same thing with the Lions.
Yeah.
Well, every time you hand off the ball and you get 6 yards, your offense is way better.
It simplifies a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
then.
there's no doubt about it.
that was the one matchup this past week that disappointed me. I heard about Oklahoma's defensive line and all, but that was the weakest Michigan offensive line play I've seen in quite a while.
Well, Hadid went out.
That was that was a bummer.
And he's supposed to be back.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah. I don't know if he's
Rush
playing.
him back for Central.
I said I don't know how much he's going to play against Central, but he is not
a long term. Yeah,
so
that's good.
That's what we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
So, and then Sparties are playing Youngstown State. This is my bet of the week, guys. Youngstown State getting 41.5.
Oh God, they're
41.
They're undefeated.
They are undefeated. Youngstown State is a West Virginia football team that Michigan State better pay attention to. I'm not saying they're going to lose the football game,
right?
But this could be like
a sloppy first half.
Yeah, it's going to be a sloppy first half. I love.
Is Jim Tressel still coaching them? Didn't he coach at Youngstown?
Example perfectly. Yes,
yeah.
he won how many?
I know.
At one point,
he put him on the map.
Yeah, they won like 6 national championships in 8 years. So
quick Dressel story there. So when I was doing sports radio in Raleigh, and I was the only anti-Scarlet and Gray guy,
the
only one.
Hard to imagine.
Yeah, they weren't a fan of Harbaugh. But when he came over from Youngstown State to Ohio State, and then Ohio State got in trouble. Before all that happened with Ohio State, I had looked up Tressel's background at Youngstown. There were 38 pages of violations.
Whoops-a-daisy.
38 pages.
No way.
Not like Ohio State said.
A former Buckeye coach? Stop it.
We're going to win at all costs. We found the next Earl Bruce. This is going to be awesome. Notre Dame. Hey, everybody. Yeah, no, it's
the vest.
That's
it is the vest.
I hope the sweater is there. The sweater's got to be at this game.
Yeah,
it's just going to have to be. So.
Yeah.
But
all right, it is
the only undefeated team left in the Big Ten from the state of Michigan.
It is time for the Sarah Automotive High School Sports Game Show, brought to us by Sarah Ford in Kalkaska and Gaylord. We've got James Cook on the phone. Good morning, James. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. As long as, Gordon, you can stay here for a minute. I know you can't hear him. But James does a podcast, Not the Same Old Lions. Were they the same old Lions last Sunday, James?
They tried to be. But I also think if you watched the Thursday night game last night, I think it became a little bit clearer that Green Bay is just pretty darn good.
Oh, I don't think they're pretty darn good. I think a good defense just got one of the greatest defensive football players of his generation. And, boy, how much better would the Lions' defense be if you dropped him in? Let's say we just traded Jack Campbell for Micah Parsons. Do you think the Lions' defense would be better?
In ways, yeah.
In ways.
I mean,
in every way?
Yeah.
Would he fit the culture?
I don't know that he would fit the culture, and I don't know, and he doesn't play the run, which is what the Lions defense wants you to do first, and the pass is secondary. So, in that way, he wouldn't be a fit. Would he be? He'd be a great addition, obviously.
Well, wait a minute, James. Okay, like maybe he can't stop the run, but the Lions ran for what, 63 yards versus the Packers, and the Commanders ran for 40 yards. So I don't think the Packers are having any trouble defending the run.
Right, but they're not playing him on those downs.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, I mean, he's a great player and everything, but I mean, he's not the every down player that Aiden Hutchinson is.
Aiden Hutchinson had zero impact in the game on Sunday.
Yeah, because they had double and triple teamed him on every play.
Well, shouldn't that should open up?
What people should do to Parsons, but yeah.
Well, he's a lot harder to double and triple team when you come off the spot in a quarter of a second.
Sure.
But no, that's curious. Are you concerned about what you're going to see, or you think, like I do, that the Lions are going to open up a huge can on the Bears?
I certainly hope so. Yeah, I mean, that first game has got to be an eye opener for them, and I imagine the practices this week were pretty intense. It sounds like Taylor Decker is going to be back, and things are pointing in the right direction with Campbell and Nowaski and even Terry Arnold, who I thought was going to miss some time.
We don't want Terry Arnold. We call him Terrible Arnold. So, no, anybody but Terry on. You know, I don't know if you've seen the F1 movie, guys, but there's a quote here that I'm going to employ. Hope is not a strategy. I'm just saying that.
That is very true.
Guys that do this for a living, and James, you do this for a living, I'm never going to say the word hope again. I hope we play better. We better play better. I know we're going to play better, but hoping is like I hope I win the lottery. I don't think that's going to happen.
I hope you do too.
Yeah.
Jeez. $500 million for everybody.
No doubt.
Okay. Anyways, so with Gordon, you want to say something before we leave?
Before we leave?
Well, you are leaving to go to the big house.
Yes, I before I leave. I'm going to be watching the Lions O-line this week. I need much better protection, much better play than what I saw. And I would actually agree that, the reason the Lions didn't bring back Zadarius Smith is that he's a one-trick pony. He's going to leave the lane. He's just a pass rusher. Parsons, honestly, is a lot of that type. He will go ahead and just go all out outside the lane, and you may be able to run the lane at that point. So, I'm not sure that, and like you said, he's only playing third downs right now, but we're going to have to see a lot more out of the trenches on both sides this week to get over this fear, or my Lions season tickets are going to be for sale by Sunday afternoon.
Boy, oh boy.
Sell.
If they lose,
get back in there and sell some more.
This would be a bad game to be at if they lost this game.
Oh, I know. I agree there.
Thank you for that little sprinkle of sparkle dust there.
No. But that's so true, though. It would be like, whoa.
Oh, no. Anything but. I'd lose to Matt
Holy
Patricia.
shipping news, Batman.
Matt Patricia could shut Michigan out in November, and I wouldn't care as much as I would about
All right, it's time for the high school sports game show.
You asked me. I jumped in. All right, guys.
Who knew that you would continue with Get Off My Lawn?
I've only got 48 minutes left. Thanks, everyone. You guys have a great show.
Thank you. James, what game are you headed to tonight?
Traverse City Central against Davison.
Yeah, it should be a great game.
That's our game of the week there.
Good job.
Yeah, I mean, Davison's ranked number 4 in Division 1.
That's right.
TC Central is an honorable mention team in Division 2.
Go Mike Norris.
They're both 2-0. So I'm hoping it's a good game. I'll use that word hope because I'm not playing a single snap.
Right.
Well, let's put it this way: if Central happens to win this
Oh
game.
my gosh! Watch out.
Yeah, watch out is right.
For sure. That's James, you'll like this. Davison, of course, has a tremendous wrestling history as well. They're one of the top teams in the entire state in wrestling as well.
Oh yeah, usually year in, year out.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
one
it's
of
probably
the
because
good
they have
teams.
4,000 kids in the
Oh,
school.
of course.
Yeah.
That helps.
Yeah, but they're doing very, very well, and this obviously Traverse City Central is as well. I think Isaac Turnwald is leading the whole league in passing touchdowns with 6.
Yeah.
Traverse City Central. There's a couple other quarterbacks who have 6.
Who did Davidson beat by any chance? I know they're 2-0.
They
I
beat
don't
De La Salle last week.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yes, we
forgot
talked about
that.
that. Yeah, De La Salle.
Yeah, so
Close ball game, but anytime you got that on your resume.
I think
Yeah,
Davidson looks to be a very good team.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a pretty close game. I think it was a 2-point game. I think 23-21 or something like that. And De La Salle missed a field goal in like the final minute, I think, too.
Okay.
That would have won it for them. But Davison scored a touchdown late in that game on a flea flicker to take the lead.
A little trickery.
Yeah, and their quarterback has 8 touchdowns total for the season, and mostly rushing. He's one of the leading rushers in the whole Saginaw Valley League.
I believe De La Salle only dropped 2 spaces in the top
With that
10.
loss, yeah.
With that loss. So
shows you the respect that they have for Davison then.
Yeah. I think De La Salle and they're D3 this year. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
they dropped down to D3 this year.
Wow.
I think so. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think that they did move down this season.
I think you're right. The last couple of years, other than Catholic Central, enrollment in all the Catholic schools in the metropolitan Detroit
Going
area
down.
have been declining.
Yes.
Well, it's so expensive now. I mean,
Sure.
Brother Rice is $12,000. Orchard Lake St. Mary's is $15,000. So is Catholic Central.
Man,
Detroit Country Day School is $36,000 to go to.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Holy cow! They can't wait for the kids to go to college
Well,
to get more of
it's
a break.
100%. Unless you're going to Harvard or Duke, it's a
Wow.
pay cut.
That's wild.
People go from Country Day to the University of Michigan, and it costs them $20,000 a year less to go to school.
Oh, that is just wild.
But De La Salle is ranked number 2 in Division 3.
Yeah,
3. Okay.
And pretty close behind Martin Luther King.
Okay. Yeah, Martin Luther King's one of those teams that's always down. They don't have
it's a
nearly
smaller
the,
PSL school.
Yeah.
It's not the size of Cass Tech and a couple of the other ones, but yeah, MLK. They're in at Ford Field more often than they're not.
Yes, for sure. So, James, we got some other matchups around the north that are pretty good. One of them, Gaylord, who's off to a good start. They travel up to Marquette to take on the Sentinels.
Yeah, that's gonna be a Saturday night game too.
Oh, it
Really?
is. Oh, okay.
Well, I guess we won't be having
You're
the
right.
Gaylord coach.
I was
on.
hoping to have Salisbury on. That's yeah. Okay.
Well, you still could, but you'd be looking forward to it.
Yeah. He would have to be Jimmy the Greek for me, though.
Yeah. Marquette.
Clydes.
I think Marquette's 1-1, I believe, but they're coming off a win against Alpena, which is where the coach from Gaylord is at now.
Sure.
And Gaylord started 2-0, both wins by the exact same score, which is
funny.
Interesting. 21-14.
14, both scores. Yes, identical.
Yeah.
Well, they beat Kingsley, so
Yeah.
They did. Yeah. Yeah. An interesting thing with the same thing about both scores is that Traverse City Central has played Davison 3 times the last 3 years since they've been in the league. Davison has scored 49 points in all 3 of them. Exactly 49 points in all 3.
Okay.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy, for sure. West travels down to take on Bay City Central. J.J. Rowell and I will be on the call of that one. Central is at 1-1, just Bay City Central. West at 1-1, but I like West in this one. West has played pretty well against Bay City Central.
Yeah, they have in the past. I mean, Bay City Central has kind of been, the bottom feeder the last 2 years in the Saginaw Valley. But they do look improved this year. They won their opener. They lost last week in an 8-7 game.
Yeah.
Against Flint Kersley. So they've obviously got a pretty decent defense, and I've heard that they're kind of kind of back a little bit to what they used to be, kind of in the glory days. And for the fans that are going there to TC West, that stadium is considered one of the best in the best experiences in Michigan, and that stadium is turning 100 this year.
Yeah, if you like your history,
yes,
and you can picture people playing football in leather helmets, then that is the place that you want.
I have an old leather helmet. I might wear it to the broadcast
tonight.
You
should. You might need it. Concrete
because we're so
box.
Close to the action. It's amazing.
No, Saginaw Valley looks to be a daunting. It's going to be a gauntlet. Every team running through the league.
Yeah.
That's why they're going to put. They beat Davidson or keep that game super close, and everybody's going to be looking at Central.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and both of the Bay City teams look better than they have been in the last few years. So
Midland
that brings up
both Midland.
Yeah, Midland Dow looking
raises the
really
floor
good.
of the league too.
Yeah.
Mount Pleasant's looking tough as usual. And yeah, it is going to be a tough one.
And then, Grayling.
And Mount Pleasant is who Central has next week at home as well. So they're going to have 2 tough games in a row.
It'll tell a lot about what this Grayling team is like. They're traveling to Kingsley.
Yes.
To play a team.
A bruised team that, for sure. Tim Wooer and crew definitely are going to be ready for the Vikings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never want to play a Kingsley team that has lost the week before.
Yeah. Well, and the only possible solace is that Kingsley plays at Boyne City next week in what's going to be probably the matchup of the week.
Are you talking about a look-ahead game?
Yes,
okay.
Exactly.
All right.
But again, like James said, you combine the loss, and then I wouldn't count on it. But if they were coming off a huge emotional win, maybe.
But
yeah.
All right. St. Francis travels to Benzie. Benzie struggling a little bit. St. Francis is not.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing that we can say every year is Benzie has never beaten Traverse City St. Francis. This will be their 44th matchup.
They're 0-43.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
Yeah,
that is
the history of football for St. Francis. They played Benzie 43 times and have never lost.
And unfortunately, this is not the get-right game.
No,
Benzie
it is not.
Looking for so. Okay, well.
Yep.
What else do we have on this? Before we talk about that, I just want to give the kudos to the good folks at Sarah Ford in Gaylord and Kalkaska. They offer a stress-free, no-hassle, no-haggle experience in addition to providing with the very best pricing up front. You're paired with a salesperson who takes care of the financing. They are the best local choice in Gaylord and Kalkaska for used vehicles, certified pre-owned, great service, auto financing, and more. Visit them in Gaylord or in Kalkaska. They guarantee it.
We appreciate them sponsoring our Sportscape show. Also, James, another game of interest. Boyne City travels to Sheboygan. Boyne City's looking pretty tough again this year, as you would expect.
The Ramblers.
Yeah, Boyne City is looking really good. And Sheboygan, from all accounts that I've heard, is a much better team this year too. So it's not going to be a super easy game for Boyne City, but it might be one of those games that's a little closer than you think. But I think Boyne City can still comfortably win that one.
Yeah.
You've got Kalkaska against East Jordan. Both of those two teams are 2-0.
Hey, how about Kalkaska? 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0 for the first time since 2017.
The Blazers.
Watch out.
Yep. So they've got some, they got their numbers up a little bit and
good
and healthy and stuff. So but they're still playing as an independent this year. They're not affiliated with the Northern Michigan Football Conference again.
Who, Kalkaska is?
You're right.
Are they really?
Yeah, they dropped out a couple of years ago.
They got kicked out of the league for being non-competitive.
Right.
Yeah, well, they kind of voluntarily dropped out because they had a couple of years there where they just didn't hardly have any kids on the team, and they were worried about having to play, freshmen and sophomores against juniors and seniors.
If they're not ready, you can't do that. You can't, where you're going to potentially hurt kids. You just can't do that.
Yeah, they didn't want to pay 160-pound freshmen against 240-pound seniors from Traverse City, St. Francis, and Benzie and Kingsley every week. Right. So they dropped out of the league, and they haven't rejoined yet.
Okay.
So they play a lot of the schools in the league, in non-conference, but they're not in the league. So, but they're 2-0. East Jordan also 2-0. Kalkaska is coming off a win over Oscoda last week. East Jordan won 51-0 against Johannesburg Lewiston.
Wow.
There was 51 shutouts around the state last week.
Was there really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And Joburg and East Jordan won 51-0.
East Jordan's had some good football seasons the past 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, they've been one of those pretty sneakily consistent playoff teams up there. But it's a small school, and it's so I just don't think they get the attention that they should. But last year's team was really good. They've got a bunch of kids back this year. They've been really good this first two weeks. They're looking to go 3-0 for the third straight year.
Yeah.
Something's got to give with the Sioux playing Cadillac. Both of them are 0-2, and not the seasons that they were hoping for.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
No, the Cadillac will probably get on the right track though when the closer they get to the KISS game. When they have the homecoming this year is the 50th anniversary of the
yes
when KISS showed up. Yes.
Yeah.
That's wild.
We ran a story about that a couple weeks ago, and then we've got a news site has another one I think coming this weekend, just about some of the history of that whole thing is pretty interesting. But I'm gonna guess that Jason Cott's gonna have some pretty cool stuff. He usually does that. He's really very good at doing that kind of stuff, generating interest and doing some of that things that are tangential to the game. Like cool uniforms and stuff like that. I would not be surprised at all if Cadillac comes out of the field in that game in KISS uniforms.
And if they raise the money for it, good luck with that.
And then the coach is going to be in KISS makeup.
Gene Simmons is not writing a check to anyone. This is the cheapest millionaire that ever lived.
He saved every penny you made, I've made, and everyone's made.
He charged them for the posters that he signed. And go ahead and you can sell them, but it costs you X to get them. St. Mary's, it plays Forest Area, right?
Yes, that's that. Yeah.
I'm surprised Forest Area has an 8-man team.
Typically, yes, they've struggled, and I hope they're able to play all year long because this is the time of year typically is the players kind of.
Where's that game at?
I don't know. Do you know, James?
Off the top of my head, no, but
if it's at Forest Area, I might go.
Yeah.
I mean, it's right down
right in the backyard. Yeah.
It's at Gaylord St. Mary.
It is. Damn it.
Okay.
So, another decent one is Escanaba at Petoskey. Petoskey's 1-1. They lost last week to Bay City Western, one of the
one of those
league teams, and that was a close game. Escanaba beat Cadillac, and they're 2-0. So I think that should be a pretty decent game. It's in Petoskey. And Escanaba has yet to beat Petoskey since they've joined the Big North Conference. So, I mean, that's only been 2 years. But, Escanaba actually leads the all-time series against Petoskey 5-4. So, Petoskey needs to win this one to get back even.
Yeah, for sure. That's also, I just wanted to mention on the Michigan High School Athletic Association, on the front page there's a real neat article on the Grayling Vikings, Daniel Hunter, a football player for the team, and talk about Mike Kosaski, the new head coach, and all that. So people check that out if you get a chance. But also, James, any other games? Charlevoix, they travel over to the east side of the state, taking on Tawas.
I'm sorry, what was that game?
That's Charlevoix travels over to Tawas.
Oh, yeah. Charlevoix has been pretty darn solid to start off the season. I mean, a couple of wins, and I would expect that they would come back from Tawas with their third.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they're going to be a team that's going to be heard from in the playoffs in Division 7 here. They won't have St. Francis in the playoffs in Division 7 since they move up to 6. So that kind of helps them a little bit. Takes kind of one more team out of their path.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Any other matchups out there that you're keeping your eyes on, James? I've pretty much covered all the ones that I had earmarked.
There's a lot of other games in the area. You got Manistee going to Muskegon. Oak Ridge is a pretty good one, pretty good matchup in the West Michigan Conference. You've got Gaylord or Bear Lake trying to go 3-0.
Yeah, we had Sam on last week.
We did, yeah.
Yeah, she's done a great job with that program.
Oh, she has.
We like her.
Yeah,
their offense has been tearing it up. When she calls the plays. So hats off to her and the Lakers there for getting it done those first 2 weeks. And I'm going to guess that they're going to go to 3-0 this week too.
Yeah, Samantha Mullet. Yeah, doing a great job at Bear Lake.
Lake City plays Everett tonight.
Yep, on the road.
Yep. They're coming off a overtime loss to Roscommon. Who's Roscoe got? We haven't talked about them this year.
No, both Roscommon and Houghton Lake. I checked on them
actually,
early.
Lake City actually won that game in overtime, 34-20.
Okay.
So, Roscoe is off 2 losses. They're at Beale City.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That doesn't get easy.
No, that doesn't.
Yeah, that's not any easier.
No.
You've got McBain at Manton too in the Highland Conference.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Manton's one of those teams that's improved, but McBain is having they've taken off right where they were doing last year in the regular season. So they're 2-0. They're ranked, I think, in the top 10 in the state.
Okay.
Well, Houghton Lake beat Everett last week in overtime, 14-8.
Okay.
And but that's going to get much tougher for them. They're on the road at Leroy Pine River.
Okay. Yep. The Bobcats.
Yeah, they've been pretty good.
Lake.
Leroy Pine River's been pretty good the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Although they got their asses handed to them last week, McBain beat them 50-16.
Ooh.
Yeah, McBain is ranked number 9 in Division 7.
Okay. Making sense.
And Charlevoix is just outside the top 10.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did want to mention, guys, before I let you go, that high school football coaching legend Al Fracassa passed away. They're burying him today.
Yes.
At the church right next to Brother Rice. I'm sure there'll be
appropriate that it's on a Friday.
Yeah.
I mean, truly.
Yeah, no, that does. That makes sense. Yeah, because he spent many of Friday nights on the sidelines.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It's going to be an event.
Yeah.
The funeral is going on right now, as a matter of fact. So I'm sure hundreds of his players have returned to Brother Rice to pay respects to the second winningest coach in Michigan high school football history.
Yeah.
I think nine state championships?
9 state championships, 17 appearances in the final game.
Yeah,
So,
that's incredible.
20, I think it's 26 Catholic League crowns. Yeah, the 18 guys put into the NFL from Brother Rice during
the sustained success there is just amazing.
And the most amazing thing about Coach Fracassa was that he, whatever talent he had, that's what they did. It wasn't like, we're going to pound the ball, we're playing the wing team.
Nope.
If Dave Urima's coming in or John English, we're chucking it.
Yeah.
If Don Hendricks is my quarterback, we're running it. So
so year to year was different depending
matter.
on the team.
I will never forget that they were the defending state champions, and they lost everybody, and it was the first time that they were leaving the state of Michigan, and they were playing not Barberton, the other big Ohio powerhouse.
Moeller?
Yes.
Okay.
Moeller was like the ranked number 1 in the country.
Yeah.
And they went down to Moeller to play him, and they beat him 14-9 with all these juniors and sophomores.
Incredible.
Yeah, I didn't see the game, but it's talked about like he ran every trick play in the book.
Wow.
Fake kickoff, kicked an onside kick on the opening kickoff, and just did everything.
Because they had to do that to win.
To do it. That's Gary Moeller was the coach there, and he ended up. He was such a great high school coach. He got the job at Notre Dame, and didn't work out so well for him. But
Alfred Casa, my buddy that was the quarterback on our team, he went to the Alfred Casa quarterback
Coaching, yep.
school
Yep.
down there. Yeah,
Yep, before
during the
Manning
summer.
passing
Yes,
camp,
it was going to the Alfred Casa camp.
Fracassa, many people might not know this, but Al Fracassa was the backup to Earl Morrill at Michigan State on their national championship team.
Okay, I did not know that.
Yes. So, anyways, God bless Al Fracassa. He influenced so many young men.
Yeah.
So I thought we'd end with that note, James.
Very cool.
Yeah, and it is very cool. Yeah, the first
97
AP poll came out this week
94.
as well. So in those rankings, I think we've mentioned most of these teams, but Division 6 is just loaded with local teams. They got 4 local teams in the top 10.
That's
St.
including
Francis.
St. Francis, yeah, right.
St. Francis is 2, Boyne City's 3, Kingsley's 9, and Manistee is 10.
Kingsley's 9 with a loss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Well, I mean, when it's to a much bigger school.
Bigger school.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You know, people take that into consideration. I mean, I submitted my votes, and somebody was like, "Did somebody really vote for a team that's 0-2?" And I was like, "Yeah, because they lost to 2 top 10 teams in Division 1, and they almost beat one of them."
Who's that?
Byron Center.
Oh, really? Okay.
I mean, they're one of the better teams in the state, I think. They're Division 2 they're Division 2. So I'm in my poll, I put them still in the top 10. Not in the top 5 or anything like that.
Right.
But in the top 10. I mean, they almost beat Hudsonville on the road, and they lost to East Kentwood on the road.
Yeah.
Those are both like top 5 Division 1 or top 10 Division 1 teams. So, I voted for those kind of teams. So, and then let's see, in Division 8, you've got Maple City Glen Lake is an honorable mention, and 8-player Inland Lakes is ranked number 2 in the state.
Yeah.
In Division 1 for 8-player, and in Division 2 for 8-player, Onecoma's number 4, and Gaylord St. Mary's number 7.
Yeah, Gaylord St. Mary's hasn't played Inland Lake.
No, they played later in the season.
Yeah.
That one's
I think
earmarked.
it's like the last game of the
It
season.
is, yeah. I think Kevin O'Connell, he already talked about it. He goes, they've got that marked on their calendars for
Well,
sure.
and a very interesting year this year for St. Mary's with the coach's son quarterbacking the football team.
Yeah, Nathan, I believe is
Yep.
his name.
Mhm. Yeah.
O'Connell. Yeah.
So, there you go. James, we'll enjoy your Saturday, and we'll look forward to talking to you next week here on the Sarah Automotive High School Scoreboard Show.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Sportscape Show. All right. Thank you.
Thanks, James.
All right. There you go.
All right. It's been a good hour and a half here. Getting ready to go down to
Yeah, you got to be
call
leaving
a game.
fairly soon for
Yeah, Bay City.
Bay City.
Yeah, looking forward to it. West.
What's
played-
the dining option down there?
Oh, we got Bay City's got a lot, so we're good. We're all set with
Okay.
that one for sure.
Because
Many
I know
choices.
they're not going to be providing food. In
No,
the
in the present, no. No one treats us like how Traverse City treats us at all.
Well, you guys deserve it. You're the home squad. Rich and I will be back in here tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock to wrap up all the games for our good friends at Jim Wernig Chevrolet. But thank you very much to Sarah Ford in Kalkaska and Gaylord for providing this platform. Visit Sarah Ford or Sarah Kalkaska for their latest lease deals. They've got some great ones. We're heading back over to Infinity Sports Network. Don't forget that Tiger Baseball will play here tonight. They're heading down to Miami to play the Marlins. That game is at 7 o'clock. And tomorrow we got a hard out.
Yes, we do, because the pregame.
Yes, so we have the Sportscape show from 10 to 11, and the Michigan pregame against the Chippewas of Central Michigan will start promptly at 11. And Lions football will be on Q100. That pregame is at noon, kickoff at 1 o'clock versus the Bears.
The Bears.
Texans, Detroit is the team that needs a win the most on Sunday.
Oh, bye. Yeah.
Bye.
They'll all be in a hole, but Detroit's the team that will lose their level of belief immediately if they lose that game.
And let's finish here. Buy or sell, you respect the Browns' fearlessness heading into their game against Baltimore.
Sure, buy. I don't really know the context, but I love fearlessness. Love it.
To add context or no? Is that it? That's just you bought it?
No,
and
it's no context.
Okay. You bought it and that's the
Context
answer.
is over. This isn't a Penn State tailgate you couldn't make. We don't have time for that.
We are contextless. Okay.
Oh, did you get the game on time?
Yeah, I had to walk. My parents didn't. They missed like half of the first quarter, which honestly, looking back at that game, was the only good part of the game.
You abandoned your parents.
Well, to be fair, my friend that I was going with had the tickets, and he was already there. That was me at the tailgate. So in order for me to get into the game, I had to go in with him. So I had to leave my parents, unfortunately, to meet up with him so I could go into the game.
Sorry, I heard a lot of words. So yes, you abandoned your parents.
Technically,
got it.
I left the car, and they were still in it and driving.
All right.
Technically.
I respect it. It's not even a criticism. What I don't respect are people that are bums. And we are going to find whoever the bum of the week is after a sports flash from Andrew Bogish.
Infinity Sports Network Sports Flash.
And Bill, your Sports Flash is sponsored by Prize Picks. Don't miss any of the action this football season with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Download Prize Picks and use code PRIMETIME and get a $50 bonus credit instantly when you play $5. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. It took 42 throws for Jaden Daniels to amass just 200 passing yards in Green Bay on Thursday Night Football. He was also sacked 4 times from 21 pressures. His Commanders ran for just 51 yards. They missed 2 long field goals, all in a 27-18 loss to those Packers.
We just didn't make plays. Starts with me, starts with everybody up front, starts with the whole offensive skill group. So it's not pointing the finger at anybody. Collectively, we're all to blame, and we'll get back to work.
But they might be without Austin Eckler for a while. The veteran running back suffered a non-contact Achilles injury last night. The Packers, meanwhile, losing receiver Jaden Reed long-term to a broken collarbone. And Aaron Judge's second homer last night tied Joe DiMaggio for 4th on the Yankees' all-time homer list. They beat the Tigers 9-3, avoiding a 3-game sweep and staying 3 games behind Toronto in the AL East. I'm Andrew Bogish.
This is JR from the JR Sport Brief. Get all your sports talk here on the Infinity Sports Network. Always available on the free Odyssey app.
Protect your vehicle's engine with Syntec and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Syntec Premium Full Synthetic Motor Oil is formulated for today's engines. Right now, get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and a MicroGuard Select Oil Filter for just $32.99. Plus, receive 2 times O Rewards points. Limit supply. Choose Syntec exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up, like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
If your credit card bills have gotten out of hand, call Consolidated Credit now. If the interest rates on your credit cards are so high, it'll take years to get out of debt. Call Consolidated Credit now. They've helped over 10 million people without destroying your credit. They can reduce your interest rates, lower your total payments up to 50% to get you out of debt fast. For a free consultation, call Consolidated Credit now. The program works.
Call 800-210-4298. 800-210-4298. 800-210-4298.
Consolidated Credit Solutions Incorporated, 5701 West Sunrise Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida 33313. Licensed by the New York Department of Financial Services and by the Vermont Department of Financial Regulation. Kansas CSO 0019051. Maryland DM 1492. Oregon DM 892. Licensed by the Virginia State Corporation Commission license number DC83. Service may adversely affect the individual's credit. Non-payment of debt may lead to additional finance charges or collections activity, including legal action. Actual interest rates, length of program, and monthly payment reductions will vary by consumer and creditor. Yours could be higher or lower. Not a loan company. We do not lend money.
Happy Friday! It's Delta 910 meteorologist Haley Fischetti, and here's a look at today's forecast. Expecting to see some bright sunny skies across the region today, as a lot of us are looking at more of those quiet skies. As we head into the rest of your Friday, temperatures will warm up into the upper 60s to upper 70s. Could even see some low 80s in the forecast. Heading into tonight with partly cloudy to mostly clear skies and a small chance of rain showers starting to move in as we head into the morning hours. We're going to look at temperatures to stay above average for the next several days as drier skies are with us for the majority of the weekend. Now we'll have more details and a full look at that 7-day over on 9 and 10 News.
The weather is brought to you by Shanty Creek. It's always a beautiful day at Shanty Creek Resort. Now with 90 holes, 5 courses, 1 golf destination. To book your stay and play excursion, go to shantycreek.com. Time is running out for a trip to the best seasonal restaurants in the north. Tacos Lupe and Wimpy's are open until the middle of October, but $25 gift cards from QDealsMI.com will be valid for summers to come. Get $25 gift cards from Tacos Lupe or Wimpy's for just $15. Then enjoy 40% savings every time you slide into Tacos Lupe for fresh handmade Mexican specialties or Wimpy's hand-dipped ice cream treats. There's no limit, so get enough gift cards at QDealsMI.com for this season and next. QDealsMI.com.
Hey, it's Anthony Bellino from Spin on Sports, Michigan Sports Talk Morning Show on the Great Voice Radio Network. Heard live weekday mornings from 6 to 9 right here on Up North Sports Radio 101.1 WGRY. Whether it's Tigers, Pistons, Red Wings, Lions, Michigan State, the Big Ten, the Mid-American Conference, all the headlines, all the stories, and always Michigan teams first. It's all right here on Spin on Sports, weekday mornings from 6 to 9 on the Great Voice Radio Network. Heard locally on Up North Sports Radio 101.1 WGRY.
3186. Sponsored by Coast One Financial Group.
Sports is about overcoming obstacles. This is Ernie Johnson Jr., and those are the stories I love to tell in the broadcast booth. But the courage of college athletes is more than matched by another group of young men, the boys fighting Duchenne muscular dystrophy. It's the most prolific genetic killer diagnosed in childhood, and there's no cure. But college football coaches are doing something about it, and you can help. It's called Coach to Cure MD. Text the word CURE to 501-501 to donate $25 on your next mobile phone bill, or go online at CoachToCureMD.org. Text the word CURE to 501-501 today. Help college football coaches cure MD. You'll be proud you did.
Sponsored by the American Football Coaches Association. Texting and data rates may apply.
All right, welcome back into Ryder Than You. I am Bill Ryder. And Bella B, Kevin Fullatar, I missed your buy or sell questions. I apologize. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to collect a bunch of them. And when we get enough, we will do next week, week after, a listener-fueled buy or sell. So if you have a buy or sell question that you want read on the air, at Sports Ryder, Sports R-E-I-T-E-R, at Ryan_Hickey, the number 3. This NASCAR race preview is sponsored by WeatherGuard Truck and Van Equipment. They're just as driven as the hardworking pros they serve. The Bass Pro Shops night race at Bristol Motor Speedway is the final chance for drivers to advance to the second leg of the playoffs, as after Saturday, the field will be cut down from 16 to 12 drivers. Austin Dillon and Shane Van Gisbergen need big-time performances, as they are the first 2 drivers below the cut line. I'm sorry to laugh. One of the questions Kevin Fullatar asked was about gingers, and I saw Gisbergen and thought of a ginger. Excuse me. Is ginger a derogatory term for redhead?
That's
My wife's a redhead.
Great question, because it's usually said not in a nice way.
My wife's a redhead, and I've never called her a ginger in a nice way.
Yeah, I guess it's on the lesser end of those terms for sure, probably at the bottom, but I think you could probably put it in that category.
All right, just checking. Let's do a little bum of the week.
Hallelujah, I'm a bum.
All he's doing is a whole lot of damn nothing.
I'm a bum.
You rotten bum!
I'm a bum.
They're a bunch of bums.
I'm a bum. I'm a bum. I'm a bum.
Who's the bum this week? Let's find out on Righter Than You.
All right, we got a lot to get to. So earlier in the week, that guy you like over on X nominated Caleb Williams. I am here for it. Caleb is nominated for Bum of the Week. What a terrible performance. After the first drive, he vanished. Body language is awful. I didn't like it. All right, I'm nominating my former producer, Tom DeCelestino. At the height of the Bears' collapse for sending me an obnoxious... you're not my producer anymore. And B, and you know this, Ryan, Tom is a nice guy and we are friends and we talk sometimes. We don't communicate a lot. He's not a communicator. I don't hear from him. If you send him a nice little note, you'll hear back 3 days later.
When was the last time Tom texted you first?
Yesterday.
Oh, okay. It's going to prove a point. I feel like you never...
you never know. It was the first time in like 2 weeks, though. You need a work question. Matt Rashford nominated Haley Sawyer, who could definitely win. This is the reporter who had the unfortunate response to why she ranked some teams in her top 25 the way that she did. He nominated Ryan Clark for going after Peter Schrager. I think that's appropriate. And he nominated the Karen at the Phillies-Marlins game who basically badgered some dad to take a ball from his kid. One of you nominated John Fisher, just continuous hatred for what he's done to the A's. I'm here for it. I respect it. I get it. Ryan, before I get to my list, is there anyone else that you would like to know? Anyone you're passionate about?
I would say Dabo Swinney for saying that his team doesn't, handle praise well, but passing that off on the team instead of, maybe the coach who could help them block out the noise.
I like Dabo a lot. Can I nominate Adam Silver for his, I think, very ham-fisted press conference, both in terms of the Clipper situation and basically telling fans that have spent a lot of money on NBA games, don't watch them. Watch the highlights.
Watch on
what
TikTok,
was he doing?
kids. Don't
what
watch
was he
on
doing?
Amazon.
I gotta nominate the Ravens too. As a collective, I think.
That was especially defensively. That was
4 minutes left. You're basically a lock to win the game. I mean, it could be just John Harbaugh. He's blown so many games over the years. Man, is it crazy to make Diesel the Bum of the Week? I'm really, really tempted.
Can I throw one more by you?
Yeah, hit me.
What about, speaking of teams, the Miami Dolphins? Let Daniel Jones carve you up, and then after week one, you're having players-only meetings?
What about Bill Simmons for calling Pablo Torre a fake journalist a while back, and then Pablo just going on a historic run?
Love it. Adam.
Bill Simmons nominated.
This is what do we got, 10 names? This is a deep list with legitimately 5 winners.
We've got Caleb, we've got Diesel, we've got Haley Sawyer, Ryan Clark, the Karen from the game, John Fisher, Dabo, Adam Silver, Bill Simmons, the Ravens, and the Dolphins. I don't even know what to do. I'm overwhelmed with bumdom.
This is tough for the jury.
But we got to cut it to 3. 3 finalists. All right, Haley Sawyer. D-Cell.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe 4 finalists.
The Phillies Karen's got to be a finalist. That's a badge.
Man, there's too many of these.
Took the ball from a kid, basically.
I think Adam Silver's on here, right?
Okay.
Is every single one of these people a finalist?
Maybe we could take... The Dolphins probably could get taken off. Maybe the Ravens could get taken off if we got to whittle this down.
I'm going to give Ryan Clark a pass, even though I don't want to.
Lucky
Caleb's
for him.
nominated. Well, you know what? It's early.
One game.
One game. This is tricky.
So we got, what, 5? Like, again, any other week,
you know what?
5 easily win.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. But I think for not knowing what you're doing on your ballot and then coming out and being insouciant about it, I think for undermining other people who put real effort into it, I think for not grasping your responsibility, I feel bad about this, but Haley Sawyer, you're the bum of the week, yo.
That's your Bum of the Week.
I detest you!
On Righter Than You.
My muscle memory almost made me go D-Cell. I mean, I was so close to it being Tom, Pretty Daddy. I think it's Haley Sawyer.
That was a jerk move. I cannot argue with Haley Sawyer. I think the biggest winner of all this is the Phillies' Karen.
Is that who you would have gone with?
I think so, just because that's just so egregious. She could win, she may be the favorite for Bum of the Year. I don't know. I mean, but also Haley's, such a bad answer, such a bad perspective. Again, this is almost this is one of those weeks where you're almost mad that too much happens.
I know.
Because, then there's at least 3 or 4 people that should have won and been put in the record books that are going to fade away into memory because they got bested by Haley Sawyer.
Haley, by the way, is from Pennsylvania. I was really hoping she went to Penn State, but she did not.
I mean, Penn Staters, we're smart people. We would not be making those dumb decisions.
I don't want to go too much into my process. Was the real brutal one. For those of you that don't remember this, she moved Florida up, 2 spots and forgot USF on her ballot altogether. And that stuff happens, actually. And the right response is, I totally screwed up. My bad. I'm sorry. There's no excuse. That's awful. She came out and did a video where she's laughing. And, no, it doesn't matter. And I have a secret process, but I won't tell you. It was, if the secret process is I don't watch enough games or do enough research, you should just say you're sorry.
It's a process no one would get. It's my own. It's foolproof. I don't want to give away any secrets.
There's a dartboard in the background with a pin going through it that has Florida on it. No. I feel, look, we all make mistakes. It's awful. It's awful. But you're still bum of the week when you do that. Yeah, the Karen was bad. The problem is I'm so accustomed to that garbage.
Fair.
You know? Okay. Thank you to Merrill Hodge for being on the show. Thank you to Andrew Bogish, as always. Thank you to Ryan Hickey. Great work this week, Ryan.
You
Trace
too,
or
Bill.
otherwise. Thanks, man. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the great slate of games. We'll be back Monday to break it all down here on Righter Than You.
You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me, like losing the house or not affording college.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Ethos. It's 100% online. No medical exams, just a few health questions. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day.
I never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Rates may vary. Bill monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
For Phi, winning the fight against vision loss means seeing new ways to push himself. The Foundation Fighting Blindness is committed to funding research to end blinding retinal diseases. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Learn more at fightingblindness.org.
The Wild-Eyed Southern Boys return. 38 Special. With special guest Molly Hatchet. Saturday, November 8th at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Tickets start at $39. On sale Saturday, September 13th at the box office or etix.com. 38 Special and Molly Hatchet. November 8th at Soaring Eagle Casino. SoaringEagleCasino.com.
Game days are big. No, they're huge at Alpine Tavern and Eatery in Gaylord. The Lions, go green, go white, go blue. Alpine is your special place to get into the game. Incredible food with juicy pub house burgers, Rico fries, wings, and your favorite ice-cold beers. We'll even stay open late when the game goes late. Grab your friends on game day and experience up north flavor. Get more at alpinetavernandeatery.com.
Watch the Traverse City West Titans, streaming live at upnorthsportsradio.com.
Brought to you in part by TVC Cherry Capital Airport, your hometown airport, flying nonstop to the sun every day. TVCAirport.com.
TC West Titans on upnorthsportsradio.com.
without the worry of hackers lurking around the corner. With WebRoot Total Protection, you get antivirus that scans 6 times faster and takes up 33 times less space than the other guys. Identity protection with up to $1 million in fraud expense reimbursement and 24/7 US-based customer support. VPN protection that hides your IP address, personal data, and location from hackers. And cloud backup with unlimited storage that works automatically in the background. With plans for individuals and families, WebRoot makes it easy to live a better digital life. Go to webroot.com/save and get 50% off today. That's webroot.com/save to get 50% off today. Live a better digital life with WebRoot, because peace of mind shouldn't be optional.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-785-9132. That's 800-785-9132. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-785-9132.
The IRS, the world's most aggressive collection agency. They can seize your property, bank account, and garnish your wages. They cause sleepless nights for millions of Americans. Don't be one of them. If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, get protected today. Call 800-242-3186. Coast One Tax Group, protecting your bank, home, and your sleep since 2008. With hundreds of 5-star reviews and an A+ on the Better Business Bureau. Call Coast One Tax Group, 800-242-3186. Stanley from New York owed $93,000. The IRS placed a levy on his bank account. Coast One released the levy and settled with the IRS for $2,000. Mark in Michigan owed $225,000. After Coast One stepped in, Mark walked away paying less than $1,500. Call Coast One now. A 10-minute call can save you up to 93% on your back taxes. Get your fresh start today. That's 800-242-3186.
Sponsored by Coast One Financial Group.
WGRY, a division of Blarney Stone Broadcasting, 101.1 FM, Roscommon.
This is The Rich Eisen Show.
Hey, everybody.
Can't get enough of The Rich Eisen Show? You're in luck. You can find us everywhere. Watch us weekdays on Disney Plus from noon to